Go ahead and get started for our second meeting of our month of October 2025. Thank you all for your presence. Pastor McClure, if you would be so kind, sir. Busted.
Except the Lord build a house, and they remain and build it. Except the Lord keep sitting the white man, wait for the blood and bank. Let us pray. Turn God, our Father, we're grateful tonight, praise for mercy. We're grateful, God, for the presence in this place. We're grateful for the progress you bring to our city. We're grateful for the peace that surrounds our city. We're grateful for the power that's growing in our city. God, we're grateful for the influence in our city that's making a proclamation. Praying you continue to bless our leadership, God, our mayors, council, all those that put forth an effort to bring us to the forefront, God, in the world of the iron deal just built different. We thank you. We honor you for it now. In Jesus' name.
Amen.
Ready? Play it.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Pastor. All right, we'll go ahead and call to order. Roll call. Councilwoman Cuellar.
Here.
Councilman Box. Here. Councilman Sims.
Here.
And myself here. Note the record that Councilman London is just running a little behind, but he'll be joining us shortly, so he'll probably just kind of come on up. But thank you once again for joining. First order of business would be the approval of the minutes from the regular city council meeting of October 7th of 2025. If someone could move that item.
Move we approve the minutes from October 7th, 2025.
Second.
Motion second. All in favor?
Aye.
Abstain.
Aye. And with one abstention coming from Councilwoman Cuellar. All right. Next order of business would be the approval of the bills. If we could go ahead and get a movement on that item.
Make a motion, we pay the current bills in the amount of $502,898.33.
We have a motion.
Second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Thank you very much. Our next item on the agenda will be the mayor's report. Mayor, you have the floor, sir.
Want to say good evening to everyone.
Good evening, Mayor.
Also, I'm going to ask you all to have a lot of patience tonight. We got several presentations that we're going to do before we move on with the rest of the council meeting. But the first announcement that I wanted to make is that there is an education focus group that's being put together, that's being led by Kimberly Miles Stewart. If you want to participate in this group, you can send her an email to kbuppie@aol.com. Also on October the 4th, we had a awesome time celebrating Yo Amo Day. It was about 1,500 individuals that showed up to participate from 3 to 7. The street stayed crowded. Individuals had a chance to be able to enjoy the food trucks. The music was great. Also, I'd like to give a shout out to Levita Hair Salon. I thought somebody said something. They performed 75 haircuts during that time. Free haircuts. I guess that's the important part of it, is that it was free. And if Mr. Ligori is listening, I heard that he got his hair cut while he was here for the event. But it was a wonderful event, a great celebration with everything that is going on in our country. It went off without an issue, and everything was spot on point, and we really enjoyed celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month on October the 4th. How many people in here came to the library grand opening on the 11th? We had over 1,027 individuals to come visit the library within a 6-hour period. We had 62 individuals to get library cards. We had 562 individuals to be able to check out books while they were there. Now, somewhere I heard that libraries were dead and nobody were using libraries anymore. But if you were there on that Saturday, I guess it dispelled that myth because it was very crowded. The next day, they ended up with over 250 individuals to come through, which means that this facility is being well used. I passed through there this morning at 9 o'clock. It was probably about 20 cars in the parking lot. And it wasn't the people that work there, because the people that work there park on the side. They don't park in the front of the library. So we had a wonderful time at the ribbon cutting. We had music, we had brunch, and it was just good to be able to see people from all walks of life. African American, white, black, young, I mean, you name it, it was in the library. But the part that I really enjoyed was where the younger kids were in the back, because that was another thing too, that people said that young families don't live in the city of Irondale. But if you came to the library on October the 11th and went to the children's section, you would have had an opportunity to see that there are a lot of children and a lot of families in the city of Irondale. And we appreciate Dale and her crew for putting on a wonderful event. Also on October we got so much on here, but October the 23rd, we have National Night Out. That's going to be on the Hill, and that will be on Thursday. We're encouraging everybody to come out and be a part of that. On October the 25th, we have Tales by the Rails, Halloween, Pumpkin, Patch Party is just a lot of tongue twisters in there. But hey, if you got a dog, we invite you to come out to the dog park from 10 to 12 p.m. to be able to participate and to be a part of that. Starting out the morning, we're having a pink power walk, and that's to celebrate Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It will be a 2-mile walk. It will be Marie Sutton, who is a public information officer for the city of Birmingham, but she's also a breast cancer survivor, and she will be our featured speaker at the event. And it's just going to be more than just the walk, but I want to thank our supporters from Publix to Coca-Cola, Chick-fil-A, Starbucks. They're all going to be giving away swag. So we really want you to come out and to participate and be a part of it. It starts at 7 a.m. The program starts at 8. We'll begin the walk at 8:30. We should be finished up by 10 so that you can go to the dog park and celebrate that. And then once you leave the dog park, you can come back to City Hall, where we're doing a street dedication to our very own Mr. Sean Littleton, who worked here in the city of Irondale, and we will be unveiling his sign on the 25th around 12:30. Also, the seniors are having their own trick or treat. It's called Senior Spook and Sweet. Did I get that right? Spook, I'm sorry. I know we have a couple of dentist offices in the city of Irondale, and with all this candy we're going to be giving away during the holidays, they should do very well. But they're having the Senior Spook and Suite. That's going to be at 12:30 to 2 at the Senior Activity Center. Then we're having I know we're having one here on the 31st to be able to give out candy to kids in the community, to be able to provide them with a safe place to be able to do that as well. And that's going to be from 5 to 7 in front of City Hall. We just ask for you to bring your bags, and that's going to be enough candy to be able to fill that up for everybody. I think it's called Tails and Treats or something. I can't. Was Tracks and Treats. I'm sorry, you. Today ain't my day. I'm struggling today. I did talk about that on ABC 3340 this morning. So, hey, all the events that I mentioned, just make sure that you come out, be a part of it. I think I'll get this one right. The swearing in is November the 3rd, 6 o'clock, Shades Valley High School. We invite the community to come out and to celebrate as we have individuals going in for another term, and we're also having refreshments as well. Then we have in the arts and crafts, go ahead and get ready for that. That's November the 22nd and 23rd. That's going to be at Shades Valley High School Gymnasium, calling all crafters, makers, bakers, small business owners, vendors, registrations open now. And also Sunday, we're having a citywide revival. We believe a city that prays together stays together. And I will be giving the opening message on October the 26th that is titled When Integrity is All You Got. So we look forward to you coming and being able to hear three fantastic pastors. We have, I'm starting off on the 26th. Pastor Manchin for Life of Faith is going to be on the 26th. And then Bishop George Whitlock is going to finish up everything on the 27th. Also, if you would like to purchase a shirt for the walk, or if you just want to be able to donate the $15, you can do that as well. I have on... This is what the shirt looks like. So if you all would like to purchase a shirt, be a part of that. And all right, let me jump off the struggle bus and see what we can do. We got a bunch of presentations. Which one would start out with? The picture. We had our concert on the 20th, and Kim Scott, who was the flutist, played wonderful music that was there. She also brought a friend with her that wanted to be able to do a print and to be able to give it to Kim and myself. Her name is Yogi Dada. I got it right. Okay, so she's here tonight, and I'm going to ask if she would come and present us with the picture.
Thank you for having me this evening and for allowing me to take part in that amazing festival. I just want to share a quick testimony. I was on my way to this meeting tonight, and I was talking to a friend I hadn't talked to in years. Had no idea he used to live in Irondale, and he knows Mayor Stewart. And he talked about this city and the people and the mayor like you walk on water and glow in the dark. I'm serious. He was like, "Oh, Irondale is where it's at." I said the way the festival was run, it was so professional, and the kindness and the warmth in the atmosphere, the quality of the artists that performed, it was easy to paint. So I painted live, and it was a prayer of mine to always paint live with Kim Scott. I love her music. And so it was just very impromptu. And so I just rode the wave, and I felt this strong sense of love, community, and integrity. There's a responsibility with those things. So I'm presenting, this is a certificate of authenticity. It says this document certifies that this painting presented to the mayor of Irondale, Alabama, James D. Stewart Jr., and his wife is an original artwork created by Yogi Dada during a live painting session with award-winning flutist Kim Scott, presented on this 21st day of October 2025. I am forever humbled and grateful to share my gift with our community, Yogi Dada. So, a lot of my work is influenced. I grew up in, thank you. So my work is heavily influenced by graffiti. I grew up in upstate New York, and also this deep connectivity to African culture. So a lot of my work is very vibrant, very colorful, and I am a graduate of UAB Fine Arts Department, but for many years I felt I didn't have the gift, and it was my mother's prayer that I would pick up my paintbrush once again after 20 years of not painting, and she transitioned in 09 from breast cancer. So I picked up a brush in 08, and a lot of people know the Dadas, but I got back on canvas in 2018. So it's a blessing to have my gift come full circle. I know she would be smiling tonight, and I pray it blesses your home. Or wherever you choose to have it, wherever you choose to have it. You are so on it. I'm like, oh my God.
Okay. Okay, my first proclamation is going to be a proclamation to combat anti-Semitism movement, standing with Jewish residents. And I'm going to ask Ms. Erin Arnold if she would come as I read this proclamation. And it reads, whereas on October the 7th, 2023, Hamas, a U.S. designated foreign terrorist organization and a proxy of Islamic Republic of Iran, launched an unprovoked terrorist attack and invaded southern Israel, brutally and indiscriminately murdering nearly 1,200 men, women, and children while kidnapping 250 more, including American citizens. And whereas October the 7th massacre marked the deadliest assault on the Jewish people since the Holocaust, leaving Jewish communities across the world in grief and trauma, and sparking a surge in anti-Semitism unprecedented in the post-World War era. And whereas anti-Semitism is not only a danger to Jewish communities, but a corrosive force that undermines the safety, trust, and social fabric of democratic societies everywhere. And whereas the city of Irondale stands firmly against anti-Semitism and all forms of hatred, bigotry, extremism, and affirms the safety, dignity, and equal protection of all who call our city home. And whereas although October the 7th is past, the city of Irondale continues to honor that date as a moment of remembrance, reflection, and unity, recognizing the lives lost, the hostages that are now free, and the resilience of the global Jewish community. Now, therefore, I, James D. Stewart Jr., Mayor of the City of Irondale, Alabama, do hereby reaffirm and designate October the 7th of each year as Municipal Day of Remembrance and Community Resilience in the City of Irondale. On this day, we remember those who were taken, stand in solidarity with our Jewish neighbors, and declare unequivocally the anti-Semitism and hate has no home in Irondale. We affirm our city's unwavering commitment to protecting the safety, dignity, and equal rights of every resident. In witness thereof, I have hereunto set my hand to cause the seal of the city of Irondale to be affixed this the 21st day of October the 25th, 2025. Aaron?
I do want to say thank you. I feel very fortunate to live in the city of Irondale. I think compared to a lot of my friends and fellow community members in the Jewish community, this has been a source of refuge for me. I have not experienced a lot of the anti-Semitism that has been surging, and I felt nothing but love and a valued member of the community. And I so appreciate this. And I think the entire community here does as well. So thank you.
All right. Now we get to the reason I got on all this pink today. This year, I was just riding along in the car. And I began to think about Breast Cancer Awareness Month and how could the city of Irondale do its part to be able to make a difference. And I came up with all these different activities and sent them to Emma and worked with Kim, and they were just like, we already got a packed calendar. And I said, I know. I said, but if you all just kind of work with me, be a little flexible. I said, but this is something that I really want to be able to do, is to be able to honor the survivors. I'm not going to say a lot and get choked up, but I'm going to read the proclamation, and then I'm going to call the names of individuals that were survivors. And then we're going to have our own in-house diva, Miss Pam Holloway, to say a few words. And we're going to have Miss Kay Mickle, one of our most dedicated volunteers, for them to share how they were able to conquer and to be able to fight this terrible disease. And then we'll just, I have a pen for everybody else. And I would love for you to come to the front so that we can give you your pen. We couldn't bring a bell in here for you to be able to ring it, but we do have a pen for you. So I'll read the proclamation, then I'm going to ask Pam, Kay, then I'll call the names, and then everybody else can come to the front and we'll take a picture from there. Okay. Whereas the brave women of Irondale stand before us as warriors and survivors, having transformed their breast cancer journey from fear into faith, their scars into symbols of strength, and their tears into testimony of triumph. And whereas these remarkable women have walked through valleys of diagnosis, chemotherapy, and surgery with courage that defies description, discovering the survival means choosing joy, despite the struggle, and becoming beacons of hope for others still fighting. Whereas our survivors has shown this community that pink ribbons represents resilience, that no woman walks alone in Irondale, and their courage inspires family to treasure every moment and stand stronger together. Whereas the city of Irondale recognizes its sacred duty to honor these courageous women, not just with words, but with lasting remembrance, ensuring their stories of survival are celebrated, their struggles acknowledged, and their victories proclaimed throughout our community as a testament to what we value most, the strength, dignity, and perseverance of our citizens. Now, therefore, I, James D. Stewart, Jr., Mayor of the City of Irondale, hereby proclaim October the 21st as Breast Cancer Survivor Day. In the City of Irondale, honoring these heroes who remind us that the human spirit cannot be broken, and the pledge that our city will stand with you in victory and vigilance, today and always. To the survivors of Irondale, you're loved, valued, and never alone. Your battle has become your beauty, your survival, our inspiration. You have shown us what it means to truly live. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of the city of Irondale to be affixed on the 21st day of October 2025. Pam, you come first. And
Can make it through this, okay. My name is Pam Holloway, and I work for the City of Irondale here at City Hall. I work at the front desk. I want to thank Mayor Stewart and the City Council for giving me this opportunity to give my testimony. 1 year ago, October 2024, I was headed back to my desk coming from the ladies' room, and I heard a still, clear voice say to me, "You need to call and make your annual mammogram appointment." I remember saying out loud, "Oh, thank you, Holy Spirit, for reminding me." My doctor's office usually sends out annual card reminders to their patients to call and schedule their annual appointments. However, they did not do that last year, and I just forgot to call. I later found out that they had installed a new computer system, and they did not know that function was not working. But God knew. After my examination in the doctor's office, just like clockwork, he said, "I'll see you next year if all goes well with your 3D scan." The very next day, his office called and wanted me to return to the diagnostic center, the big diagnostic center, to retake my breast examination. After that test, it was another test, then another test, then another test. And by that time, I knew something was going on. I remember praying and thanking God for reminding me to go take my examination because he knew what I was facing ahead. After speaking with my oncologist, I was told that I had a very small mass about the size of a pea, like 12 millimeters, but it was very, very aggressive and located very close to my lymph node. My doctor told me had I waited another month or two, my diagnosis may have been different. I had immediate surgery, removing the mask and 2 lymph nodes, chemotherapy, and radiation. The 2 lymph nodes tested negative. Thank you, Jesus. As of June 2025, I am cancer-free, and I give all the praise and glory to God because it could have gone a different way, but God.
Good evening. I want to thank the mayor, council, everyone present tonight for being here, especially the survivors and those who have lost a family member to breast cancer. In Psalms, it says, "The Lord sustains us." In Isaiah, it says, "Fear not." I leaned on those words. In Romans, it tells us, and we know that for those who love the Lord, all things work together for good. It's really funny. Pam and I spoke out front. I didn't know she was speaking tonight. And I told her, I guess let's do good. I didn't want to stand beside her because she looked so pretty tonight. But some of her words are so like exactly the same as mine. It's really interesting. My journey. December 2022, odd mammogram, which was followed by multiple phone calls from the doctor. I knew something wasn't right immediately. Christmas 2022, I couldn't breathe. I held my secret of my unknown path. January 2023, mammogram, biopsy, followed by another biopsy, followed by multiple tests. As Pam said, we went to the doctor every couple of days. We had phone calls that we were in fear of answering. Telling who and when do I tell them? Talk to my 3 prayer warriors. I practiced on them. When do I tell my sons? Because they're the ones who I lean on, and they lean on me as well, as they're adults now. One was out of the country. Do I wait 10 more days? I didn't want them to think that I was holding back from them. We lost my mom to cancer, and she held back from telling us until the last few days. I didn't want them to be afraid for me. February, waiting, praying, claiming victory over every step of my journey. Victory in God. February 10, surgery. It was a long day. 6 weeks of recovery. April comes, 21 days of radiation, and then May 10 comes. I rang the bell, cancer-free. June, of 2025, I'm still cancer-free. I receive so many blessings from friends and family. Each and every day we wake up, it's a gift, it's a chance, and it's an opportunity to do the right things, to take better care of our health, and to be encouragement to others, especially those who are going through the diagnosis that we received. And the continued survivorship, which those of you who are survivors here understand that. We still have multiple tests. I go twice a year and I have 4 to 6 tests throughout those visits. So, in closing, my primary reason for sharing this is to encourage others to have their mammograms and to have your annual visits with your doctors. Men, you don't get out of this one either. You can have breast cancer. And if you have female relatives who have breast cancer, you are at higher risk for prostate cancer as well. God has allowed me to see 2 sons become engaged and married. We've celebrated birthdays and the birth of my first grandchild. I'm very grateful for this moment. Thank you all for having me tonight, and take care of your health.
Right, I'm gonna call the names that I have, and if I don't have your name, just please come to the front if you're here tonight and you are a breast cancer survivor. I have Miss Gina Colby. Pam Holloway. Julie Wright. Kay Mickle. Lisa Clark. And Linda Bearden, who is Connie's mom, that was back here. Connie, when I think I was on the city council when your mom. Yeah, so you can come on up and represent your mom. Are there any other survivors that are out in the audience tonight? Okay. Lisa, Gina, Kay, and Julie. Everybody give them a hand. I'm short compared to your husband. Oh, her husband Kobe back there works in the fire department, so that's why. Yeah, she used to. Thank you all. All right, last but not least, we had a baseball team this year that for the first time in the fall. And if you have ever seen little ones learning to play the game of baseball, it could be amusing. However, because of their tenacity, their perseverance, and they continue to get out there and to play and to enjoy themselves, I thought to myself that we should honor them just for the effort that they gave during the year. I hear a couple of mamas laughing or whatever, but we just want to let you know that, hey, we appreciate you playing. You're the first team that we've had to play on the new fields in the fall, and you are making history. And we're going to present you with your championship ring as well as with a trophy. And their coaches is Coach Boo And Coach Frank Pennington. Now, I want to say this about our employees. Nobody asked them to do this. They took this on by themselves. They came in every morning and worked from 6 to 4:30 and then had baseball practice from 6 to 7. We need to give them a hand because they didn't have to do it. But they saw a need. They saw a need. They filled a need. And that's what it's all about in the city of Irondale. So, who you want me? The first one goes to, you would make me work. I'm going to just say, Keegan, come on down. You'll have to teach Mayor Stewart how to say your last name. What's that? Sanye. Keegan Sanye. Come on down. Come on, Keegan. We'll get an individual picture with you. Mama, you can come on up. You can come on up and get a picture. No, I'm saying, I know you got a picture of him? Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna hate it when he grows up. Come on, Mama. That's all right. Declan. Our next one goes to Declan Knight. Get your ring, Declan. Come right here, Declan. The next one goes to Justice Anderson. Justice, I think I was out there one night when you were the only person that got a hit. He's a yeah. So, okay, so Justice, right here you hold your trophy.
Judge.
Jackson Judge. Jackson, do you hit home runs like Aaron Judge for the Yankees? That's one of my favorite players. You say, he said, uh-huh. There you go.
There we go.
Okay. Preston Turner. Oh, your trophy, Preston. Okay, Preston. You want to turn around? Next up, Elijah Allen. Slide down a little bit. And last, batting ninth, is Nixon Shackelford. Johnson. Okay. Franken Booth. I now present to you our 6U Irondale Sluggers. Oh, 3 future coaches as well. Come on, coaches. All right. Thank you all for your patience, but you have to learn how to be able to honor the kids when they're young, and I mean, who knows how they may turn out and have a love for the game just because of the inspiration that they received here tonight. We're gonna let them empty. Okay. All right, we'll let you all go ahead, and I am through with my report. We'll let you all flow out, and I'll turn it back over to our council president.
Thank you very much. We'll go ahead and let the room settle a little bit, and we'll get back to business. Congratulations to all the Sluggers.
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll go ahead and move on to our next agenda item, which would be our council member standing committee or special committee reports. Do we have any special committee, any department heads, or any non-council committees to deliver a report? All right. Yes, sir. By all means.
My name's Interim Chief Kellogg, and the mayor's given me a little time, and I'm very gracious of him. As some of you may know, we lost one of our own in January, Lieutenant Meadows, and today the Attorney General of the state of Alabama held their yearly law enforcement conference, and as part of that conference, they commemorated Mark's service with this very lovely plaque that we're going to hang. We're going to, with Mayor's permission, we're going to post this at the range because nothing said, you knew Mark, nothing said Mark like our police range. I think it'd be great for that, and it's, we just, we miss him a lot, but we appreciate Attorney General Mark for doing this for us. Thank you for your time.
Any other standing committee or special committee reports? Any department heads? All right, fair enough. We'll go ahead and transition into our council member reports. Councilman London.
Thank you, Council President. You did it to me again, huh?
What's that?
You make me follow all of that.
I know, I'm sorry.
Should have started on air again. But good evening, everyone. Just a couple of things. First of all, congratulations to Boo and Frank. You know, if you've never coached little boys, what an experience. And it's not about the winning, and we talked about it a little bit. It's not about the winnings, but it's about just, you know, having fun, getting them better. And I just want to say thank you for that, because that's, you know, that goes untold what you volunteered to do that. So that's awesome. Thank you for that. And also for all the breast cancer survivors and cancer survivors, thank you for your courage. My mom was she passed away of cancer, so I understand. I've seen it firsthand myself, what it does to a family, what it does to a body, and I just want to say thank you for your courage, all of you. Lisa, you know, I've been knowing you forever, and Kay, thank you. You know, I didn't know until I saw it on Facebook. I thought we was closer than that. I guess not. I thought I was one of your prayer warriors and all of that, but you didn't even tell me. But thank you, man. Thank you for your courage. That's awesome. But Irondale Chamber, where are you? Put on a great event. I guess you're gonna talk about it. So, put on a great event on Saturday. We was part of that. And one thing, if you have a kid, if you don't have a kid, join the PTA club at Irondale Middle School. I bought a band, I bought a sign, I rode with the Mounties. So if you're not doing anything, have free time, go be part of the Irondale Community School PTA. They're looking for people to be part of that board. Terrence was going to be here tonight. I don't see him, but Terrence Scott is one of the guys who runs that. He and his wife. So if you're interested in being part of the PTA board at Irondale Community School or any of the schools, they would love to have you with your expertise, especially retired people need something else to do. They would love to see you over there. That's all I got. Thank you.
Fair enough. Thank you, sir. Councilwoman Cuellar.
Yes, thanks. So, thank you, Council President Spivey. I also want to thank Mr. Pennington and Boo for giving of yourselves for these little boys. I had 4 brothers, and I know just based on hearing them when they were growing up, the excitement. You're wonderful role models for them. That's what they need when they're that young age. And I just want to thank you for stepping up and doing this. And I hope that more fathers will be involved and their children, little boys that are playing baseball, or mothers for little girls that are playing softball, or both. You can participate in both of those. So thank you for doing this. I also want to commend and thank Mayor Stewart for honoring Aaron as well as other members of our Jewish community. I can think of 2 others just right off the bat, Marty Schwartz and Susan Schwartz. Yes, what happened a week and a half ago was momentous. Peace in the Middle East between the Palestinians and the Israelis. Let us continue to pray that peace agreement will persevere, and that the members of the board from Arab nations as well as Israeli nations and Europe, and including our country, who serve on this board, will be instrumental in ensuring that peace agreement will continue on so that the bloodshed will stop. I also ask for your prayers for this, and I ask that you pray for Russia, as well as Ukraine. I understand that Vladimir Putin has changed and is no longer going to meet with President Trump to try to work on a peace agreement. Let us pray that would also stop, because there are many Russians as well as Ukrainians that are suffering as a result of this war. And there's nothing that is more terrible than innocent people being killed in a war. So please join me in praying for them. Also pray that other areas that many don't know about in Africa and in other parts in Asia where wars are going on, that all of these peace agreements may serve as a means of encouraging others to come and speak with those that they have differences with. You don't have to go to war because you have a difference with someone. You speak and try to reach some type of compromise. And let us pray that this will serve as an example for all these other nations that have loved ones, citizens that are struggling from bloodshed. That's all I have to say, and thank you for giving me this time, Council President.
Yes, ma'am. Poignant. Thank you. Councilman Box.
Thanks, House President. It's kind of hard to follow my 2 colleagues and the mayor, but I'll say this: thank God for the ladies and gentlemen that have survived cancer, and thank God for those of us who have loved ones that have survived on a higher plane of existence now, if you know what I'm saying. That there's no more suffering there for them. It's a wonderful thing, Mayor, you coming up with that. I'm glad the Holy Spirit sent that to you. Peace is always the best thing, unity. So let's work toward that in our everyday lives, in our own lives, and where we interact in community. for the communities, we've got several projects coming up. Give me a call and I'll tell you about the things that are concerning your communities. Thank you, Council President.
Thank you, sir. Councilman Sims?
Good evening, everybody. Thank you to the mayor for those proclamations, and I'll just echo what everyone else has said before me. I'm not going to repeat it, but I'll just end with, I cannot wait to see what Emma names the next event at the dog park, because I think they get progressively, let's see if the mayor can announce that in a meeting. So keep that going. I can't wait to see what's next.
All right. Thank you, Councilman Sims. As far as my report, fantastic presentations tonight. I'm glad that the breast cancer awareness and bringing up and highlighting these survivors and bringing up maybe the attention of those who are no longer with us, like Councilman Bach said. Thank you for having that, for bringing that out and making a point to celebrate that. Frank Boo, killer job. Thank you very much for stepping up and everything like that. I don't know what you guys don't do, around this place. So I'm always finding myself in the thank you column when I'm looking at a lot of you guys. So thank you for your presence with those young men. There's been a lot of stuff tonight. There's a lot of events that have occurred. There's a lot more stuff that's going on. So I hope you wrote it down, and look forward to seeing you around at some of these various events. And Miss Dale, I know I'm sorry I didn't make it to the library. I was having to work that day. But I know my girls have been there since. A huge thing. I know my family went to the chamber event. Thank you very much. It was really nice to see to hear the feedback about the collaboration with the consumer and the business community. So well done. Maybe we have another. So that's all I have for now. We'll go ahead and move on to our next piece. Thank you all. All right. Any public comments to the council on non-agenda items? Yes, sir.
Sergey Kilich, 1319 Marion Drive. I know the paving projects are ongoing. I just want to commend the work on Montevallo as well as my own street of Marion. It looks really good. Just one comment. It seems like for all the stop signs, the stop lines are in line with the stop light or stop signs. But my house happens to be right in front of a stop sign, and the line that they drew was like 15 feet back from the actual stop sign. And it's like cuts right in the middle of my driveway. I don't know if anything can be done about that. I mean, other than that, it's a great project. But again, people stopping in front of my yard all the day long, every day. But thank you.
Boo got it over there, Sergey. He got it.
Thank you, sir.
Lemonade stand.
I know, right? All right. Do we have any other comments on non-agenda items? Miss Judy, I know that you had asked. I'm going to let Miss Judy come up real quick. She motioned. Okay.
I had a piece of paper. I don't know what happened to it, but I'll get it to you. Judy Wilson, 3510 Belmont Road. I know some people maybe have heard me talk about flowers and plants, and I love flowers. And these did not come from my yard today, but I love them. And I chose them for a specific purpose. Because today is my council person's last council meeting. I wanted to give her a special thanks for all the years that she has served in all the ways that she has served our community, even before she was ever a council person. And I can not see her in any other role except to continue being a force for us in the community. And I appreciate all the scripture that's been posted tonight. And I was looking on the way over here. I don't know why, but I thought of a pearl. I love pearls. And in the scripture, it tells you that this merchant went out seeking this pearl of great price. Well, I don't know if you know how a pearl is formed, but it's formed in an oyster. It's sand, and it's an irritant. And it keeps growing, and it's an irritant in there, and it grows into this beautiful, precious pearl. And I feel that that's kind of what we are to the community. you ask questions. You don't just settle for the first answer that comes out if you see a reason to ask further. So I appreciate Cindy opening up so many ways for us as citizens to learn more about the city, ways to serve the city, but also to question things that come up and try to help the city as best we can. And I pray that Kim will have learned a lot as she's been to the meetings and all, and she will be my new council person. And I look forward to working with her also. But anyway, I'd like to present this to Cindy. And these came from the Piggly Wiggly. They got great flowers.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Wilson.
Thank you, Ms. Judy. Any other comments to the council on non-agenda items?
Well, Cindy, it's been a fast, quick 4 years.
4 to 5.
Five.
It'll be 5.
Well, thank you for all. And not only does Irondale benefit from what you've done, but we've got the state and we've got the county. All the revenue that you brought in since August the 13th. El Patron and the Ross Graham brought in the Royal Ranch House. No two people have loved Irondale more than you two. And you two have done a great job with the revenue that these two places have brought in. Thank you for bringing in Publix. You and Charles Moore brought Publix in. We're still waiting on Costco. So when they come in, you've really done it. And we thank you for your time that you spent recruiting all this for Irondale. Thanks.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
Lisa Markham, 118 Trillium Drive. I wanted to do the same and first of all say that I am a cancer survivor, breast tumors, thyroid tumors, but the non-Hodgkin's lymphoma finally got me. So I'm in remission, but I will never be cured. So anyway, get past that. I wanted to thank Cindy for being the grain in the oyster shell. She asked the tough questions. She represented her constituency well. And in the face of difficulty, because there were so many times that you all pressed against her, and that made me so sad because I felt like the system was not working. If my representative brought something up, I expected it to be debated intelligently and introspectively and challenged appropriately. But I felt that she was attacked by you all. And that was sad. It was sad to watch you and you and you and you and you. You stood nothing and you said nothing. And it was such a tragedy because this nation, this community will only work unless we could have respectful debate. And in that, if we shoot arrows at each other, it won't work. It will not work. So I hope that my new representative will appreciate the same, that if we cannot have respectful debate, then we are nothing.
Do we have any other comments to the council on non-agenda items? We will go ahead and move on. Any reports from any boards or non-council committees, chamber, exchange? No reports? Yes, sir.
My name is John Schoen. I'm with the Exchange Club of Irondale. We've been kind of active in the past several weeks, and I'd like to iterate some of the things that we've been up to. We've erected a flag and pole in front of Rock Ridge Road. which was helped out by the committee that we have there at Rock Ridge as well as the Exchange Club. We put a flag up at the senior center, a new flag that, I don't know, there must have been some kind of a crazy wind that went through here. It just ripped everything up, but it was to shreds. So we put one of those up the other day. We are celebrating the National Day of Service, which is this Saturday. We will be distributing welcome bags to new residents of Irondale on Saturday. We had an Exchange Club meeting on Tuesday, this last Tuesday, and the representative there was Mr. Lee Lackelt. He's a forester, as I was, and Lee talked about land management and people being able to manage their own land. It's amazing how many people own land, and probably in this room, and don't even realize what they can do with it. They sell hunting insurance as well as give advice on when and how to sell property and land, and as well as timber. And he will be back again. He and I came together into Alabama in 1972. We both worked in forestry, so we got a long history, a good history. Another big thing is happening in the coming weeks is our Veterans Day breakfast. I've passed several of these out. There will be several more sent out later for veterans. Free meal for them and their families at the St. Martin's in the Pines on the 11th. That's 11/11 of 2/25. The veterans and their families are definitely welcome to eat for free. We have entertainment with quite an interesting group from, they're called Shalom. They may sound familiar, but they are bell ringers. And there's two ladies that ring about 25 or 30 bells. And you've ever seen somebody just move as fast as they can move, ringing those bells. It'll really be entertaining. So I really would like for folks to show up. We are going to have a Exchange Club coming up meeting on the 28th. It's at 5:30, and we hope to have either the Mountain Brook or the Trussville Fire Departments to come and talk to us about Fire Prevention Month, which is the month of October. I think that's about all that I've got. Anyway, give us a call. If you want to come to a meeting, we have meetings twice a month. And, there is one other thing I wanted to mention. The Greater Irondale Chamber of Commerce is having a meeting on the 13th of November. And Coretta Venable, who is the chairman of the Jefferson County Board of Education, will be speaking. And I intend to be there. And I think it would be interesting for any others that would be interested in our school system to really find out what they expect of us and what we expect of them in the school system. So, thank you.
Thank you, sir. You're good? All right. Any other non-council committees or board members? All right, we'll go ahead and get into deliberation. All right, deliberation on our agenda. Item number 1, resolve that resolution 2025 R-01-A amends resolution 2025 R-01 authorizing the approval of city events. Well, there was a few additions to the calendar. Mayor, I know you kind of touched on that. Is there anything you want to say about the added items?
No, I don't.
Okay. Thank you very much for that. Councilman Lennon, any questions?
No question.
Councilwoman Cuellar?
No questions.
Councilman Box?
No questions.
And Councilman Sims?
No questions.
I have no questions. Do we agree to leave this item on consent?
No,
Yes.
I'm going to abstain on this one.
Understood. Did you catch that? Okay. Item number 2, resolve that resolution 2025 R-181-A amends resolution 2025 R-181 authorizing the allocation of public funds to Irondale Community School and the amount of $1,000 from the FY 25-26 discretionary fund of Councilor David Spivey for the purchase of picnic tables for the outdoor learning environment at Irondale Community School. Basically, this is an item, this is named by it. We've already talked about this item from a previous meeting. I tried to squeak it under the radar on a 24-25 discretionary, but I got busted, so I had to put it on 2526. That is the amendment. So any questions for me, Councilman London?
No question.
Councilwoman Cuellar?
No questions.
Councilman Box?
Good, thank you.
Councilman Sims?
No questions.
And myself, no questions. Do we agree to leave this item on consent?
Yes.
Yes.
Outstanding. Item number 3, resolve the resolution 2025-R193A amends resolution 2025-R193 authorizing the allocation of public funds in the total amount of $2,000 for Christmas and spring events for District 1 and 5. The funding for this shall be $1,000 from the 2025-26 discretionary fund of Counselor Aaron Sims and $1,000 from the 2025-26 discretionary fund of Counselor John London. I think this is a similar situation.
Same boat.
Okay, same boat. All busted.
And also the we since we're already in October, we moved it from it was originally going to be a fall and a Christmas event, but now we're going to do a Christmas and a spring event.
Okay.
So it's also changing one of the events.
The format. Anything you would like to say about the item?
No.
Okay, Councilman Cuellar, any questions?
No questions.
Councilman Box?
No, that's great. Thank you.
You good, Sam? All right, cool. Do we agree to leave this item on consent?
Yes.
All right. Item number 4, 5, 6, and 7 are kind of tied here. So I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to read through every single one of them, and then we'll just go ahead and we'll just address whether or not we choose to leave them on consent or not, one by one. Resolve the resolution 2025-R194 authorizes the donation of $44,500 to Shades Valley High School for educational purposes. Mayor Stewart. Item number 5, resolve the resolution 2025-R195 authorizes the donation of $19,500 to the Irondale Middle School for educational purposes. Mayor Stewart. Resolve that resolution 2025-R196 authorizes the donation of $19,000 to the Irondale Community School for educational purposes. Mayor Stewart. And then item number 7, resolve that resolution 2025-R197 authorizes the donation of $17,000 to Grantswood Community School for educational purposes. Mayor Stewart. Anything that you would like to say about item number 4, 5, 6, and 7, Mayor?
I'll just say that this is the annual allocation that we've given to the school. It is based on population. There are 2,500 students in each school, and we took the population from each school to determine what their share would compute to.
Thank you very much. Councilman London, any questions about 4, 5, 6, or 7?
No question.
All right. Councilwoman Cuellar, any questions about 4, 5, 6, or 7?
No questions, but I'm going to abstain on it. If we could move all these abstentions to the regular agenda, please.
We will.
Thank you.
Councilman Box?
No, this is great. Had several questions about when this is going to happen. I think it's a good lesson for all of us to learn. There's timing and programs for everything, and the one that has his finger on that the most is that gentleman sitting right there.
Fair enough. Councilman Sims?
Happy to support the schools, and thank you for putting that on the agenda, sir.
All right. My comment's the same. Thank you for supporting the schools in this annual allocation. We'll take it one by one. Do we all agree? Never mind. That's right. We're just going to go to regular. All right. We'll just move item number 1, 4, 5, 6, and 7 to the regular agenda thus far. Item number 8 on proposed consent. Resolve that resolution 2025-R198 authorizes the allocation of public funds to the Irondale Community School in the amount of $1,500 from the 25-26 FY discretionary fund of Mayor James D. Stewart Jr. for use by the Irondale Community School Robotics Club. Similar to mine, I'm assuming. Anything you'd like to say?
It'll just help them to be able to start another club.
Nice. Thank you very much. Councilman London, any questions on that?
No question.
Councilwoman Cuellar?
No questions.
Okay. Councilman Box?
No questions.
Councilman Sims?
No questions.
And myself, no questions. Do we agree to leave item number 8 on consent?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Item number 9, resolve that resolution 2025-R199 approves the city holidays for 2026. Mayor Stewart, anything to say about this?
Nothing has changed from last year.
Gotcha. Thank you. Councilman London?
No question.
Councilwoman Cuellar?
Abstaining on that. The reason I'm abstaining is these really should be made by my successor. So I'm going to abstain on this one as well.
Move item number 9 to reg. Councilman Box?
No questions.
Councilman Sims?
No questions.
And myself, no questions. Item number 10, resolve that resolution 2025 R200 declares certain personal property as not needed and directs the disposal of the same. This is pretty standard stuff here. Do you have anything that you would like to present on this? Okay. Any questions, Councilman Lennon, for Mr. Doss?
No question.
Councilwoman Cuellar?
No questions. Thank you for providing the list, Mr. Doss. Appreciate it.
Councilman Box?
No questions.
Councilman Sims?
No questions.
And myself, no questions. Do we agree to leave this item on consent?
Yes.
Okay. Item number 11, resolve that resolution 2025-R-201 authorizes Mayor James D. Stewart Jr. or his designee to execute a letter of authorization, a special service agreement, and a development or installed extension of mains agreement with the City of Birmingham Regional Waterworks, DBA Central Alabama Water, to pay an amount not to exceed $71,625, even related to the water line extension at the new Irondale Fire Station. Chief McDaniel, is there anything that you would like to say about this particular item? Okay, gotcha. I understand that this is being paid for by the bond proceeds. It's a government entity, so it's not subject to bid laws. That being said, Councilman London, any questions for Chief?
No question.
All right, Councilwoman Cuellar?
Just 3 questions. When I was looking over the contract, it noted that there was a list that was going to be included by CAW. There wasn't a list, and so who's doing the work? Do we know?
I'll defer that.
You probably, Duncan brother come here.
Come on up, sir. Good evening.
My name
Good
is
evening.
Colin Duncan. I work with Kemp Management Solutions. Been doing a lot of project management work here in the city of Irondale. So to your question,
Yes.
the work it's Birmingham Waterworks Board, but they have architects drawing it up in cadre, and they'll draw it up, and once it gets approved, which it has by Birmingham Waterworks, now we need the signing of that. Now we'll go and find the people to actually go underground, build it. It will go from Winners Way. There's main extensions going from Winners Way all the way across to Alton Road. And all we'll need is for them to go underground, connect to that main, which is the 20 main. There's a 20 and a 36. They'll connect to the 20 and they'll shoot it across that intersection, going straight into that easement, which will allow water to go into that into the property.
Okay, so there's not a list that they provide you with on who you choose to do the work? Because that's
that
what
will
this
be-
list says.
That'll be a list that we will get from cadre once we
Okay.
sign.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Next question is, I noticed in the contract it said that when our engineer submits when this is signed, they will need the drawings from our engineer. Do they have them ready to go?
The drawings. So when it comes to like the hard copy drawings, we'll have to take it somewhere to get it put into a pretty much a plan, and we can provide them.
Okay. So, do our engineers' estimated cost, because you're managing this project, do they align with the estimated cost that they have given us? They've given us 71,625. Do they align with your estimated cost?
Yes, just with man hours and the type of machinery that it'll take and the time. This is right now they're giving us 9 months. We're thinking it should be able to get done before then, but they're giving us a 9-month window.
Okay.
So with all that, it should align.
Very good. Thank you so much.
Yes,
Those are
ma'am.
all my
Thank you.
questions.
Councilman Box?
I'm good on this. We gotta get water to the fire station. So.
Yes.
Councilman Sims?
Same as Counselor Box, just gotta get the fire station water, let's do it.
Understood. Same here. Do we agree to leave item number 11 on consent?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And then we will deliberate our public hearing when we get to our public hearing. So I typically do this when we have a public hearing at the end of the agenda. Once we get this agenda, just some housekeeping, once we get this agenda approved, we'll go ahead and start taking action. We'll accept comments on agenda items and then take action. But by I would like to keep any public comments for the public hearing inside of that public hearing. So when I call up comments on agenda items only, I'm talking about 1 through 11. And then if 12 comes up in the public hearing, you're welcome to make comments about that inside that public hearing. Fair? All right. That being said, we've deliberated all of our items. At this time, I would ask to make a motion to approve the form of the agenda.
Make a motion we approve the form of the agenda, moving items 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
No,
And
7.
9.
Eight's
Excuse me?
good. 9.
Four-
8
okay.
was consent.
8 was consent. Okay, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9 to the regular agenda.
We have a
Second.
motion, seconded by Councilman Sins. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Now that we have an approved agenda, we would accept comments on agenda items only. Any comments on agenda items only? All right. That being said, we'll go ahead and if I could ask for approval of the consent agenda.
Make a motion we approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Motion second. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. With the consent agenda in our rear view, we'll go ahead and move through the individual items that moved over to the regular. If we could go ahead and get a motion on 2025 R-01-A.
Motion that R01A be removed.
Second.
Motion second. All in favor?
Aye.
Abstain.
Understood. All right. If we could go ahead and get a motion on item number 4.
Make a motion that resolution 2025 R194 be moved.
Second.
Motion second. All in favor?
Aye.
Abstain.
Item number 5, please.
Move resolution R195 be approved.
Second.
Motion second. All in favor?
Aye.
Abstain.
And then if we could move on to our next item.
Motion R196 be moved.
Second.
Motion second. All in favor?
Aye.
Abstain.
And then finally, item number 7.
Make a motion that resolution 2025 R197 be moved.
Second.
Motion second. All in favor?
Aye.
Abstain.
Understood. If we could go ahead and get a motion on item number 9.
Move resolution 2025 R199 be approved.
Second.
Motion second. All in favor?
Aye.
Abstain.
Understood. This will bring us now to our public hearing. At this time, I ask for a motion to enter into public hearing.
Motion or public hearing.
Second.
Motion second. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. At this time, ordain that ordinance 2025-14 amends Appendix A zoning of the municipal code of the city of Irondale, Alabama. We have a gentleman from our city engineer. If you could maybe come up and present this item for us, sir. I appreciate your presence this evening.
Yes, sir. Thank you. If I may make a comment, I've been to council meetings all over the eastern US, literally. This is probably the most touching meeting that I've been to. I really commend y'all for that. And just terrific with the celebrating the breast cancer survivors and the kids. Man, I love kids. Some still call me coach. But a few weeks ago, I celebrated being 10 years cancer-free from prostate cancer. And it has a 1 in 8 chance for men, just like breast cancer has a 1 in 8 chance for women. So, what a blessing. I'll get to the subject. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so several items. The first proposed change is removal of the grade requirement from R4 supplemental regulations. The requirement states that and what's being proposed is revising where it's a 10% maximum gradient requirement and changing that language to instead requiring that any internal roads or drives exceeding 10% be approved by the fire marshal. And the International Fire Code actually allows that. What I will say and I didn't say my name, I apologize. I'm Jim Mees with Sane Associates. We're the city engineering consultant. What I will add to that is in doing plan reviews, we always collaborate with the fire marshal on that and really defer to their judgment. But it's a joint thing that we look at. It's very critical that we look at their fire apparatus and other vehicles in terms of grades have together allowed a maximum grade of up to 14% on other developments. So we would prefer that language, again, instead require that any internal exceeding 10% be approved by the fire marshal. And that allows a little bit more flexibility there, but it is something we take seriously and we work together on. Any questions from the council on that topic?
Councilman London?
Could you, what's some advantages and disadvantages of changing it? Could you talk about that?
I think it is consistent with what the International Fire Code. I think if you look at these regulations and also our subdivision regulations, they're dated, and I think it's appropriate to update them. I think advantages, we've got a lot of topo challenges on some of the sites, as you know, in Irondale. And so it does allow a little bit more flexibility to work with that terrain. So that's more of an advantage. I don't know offhand what would be a disadvantage. It is a little more of a grade, but if you don't allow that, then you might have more steeper slopes on everything around it. So it allows you to work that roadway with what's around it.
Right.
And the grading of all of that together from an engineering standpoint. But again, very critical that we have that fire marshal input and we work with them on that.
You're just thinking about our fire chief and the equipment that we have in Irondale.
Yes.
Is this feasible for our equipment that we have?
There have been situations, I'm aware of up to 14% that have been approved by us and the fire marshal. The heights, but we're going to look at where that is in the development. You wouldn't do that like right next to a fire hydrant, for example. And you might also look at where it is, in the project in terms of the circulation. So that is something that we look at together. But there have been cases where we have approved more than 10%. But and there are existing situations where there are probably more than 14%.
Okay, thank you.
Councilwoman Quayle?
Yes, thank you for being here.
Yes, ma'am.
Appreciate it, Mr. Mead.
It's been my pleasure. Thank you.
One of the things I was at the P&Z meeting that was held, but also did look at, did research to see what other municipalities were doing. And yes, you're correct. There were some that left it up to the fire chief. And then there were others that still had the 10% grade and spoke to some of them, and the response that I got from them was that really they prefer to err on the side of caution, and these don't happen all the time. And so it's a means of making sure that everything is going to prevent anything from happening that would put that particular municipality in a lawsuit, because that opens a door for that if, God forbid, something should happen. So that was the only point that
If I could speak to that.
Yeah.
The International Fire Code does allow an
Yes.
exception for the fire marshal to approve that.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
Okay.
And that's what I said. There were some that did have it. There were some that didn't have it. And that was the response that they gave. So yes, you're absolutely correct. And I wanted to point that out.
Thank you.
Okay. That's all I had to say on that.
Many of our, there's so many municipalities in Jefferson County.
466.
And if you look at a lot of our zoning ordinance, they're really outdated. They need work. So anyway, that's just a side comment. Any other questions?
Councilman Box?
No, I think it's wise to move forward a little bit, and as you said, if our ordinances need to be tooled or tweaked a little bit, then there's no problem with that.
Yes, sir. And I think we need to address this topic in in the subdivision regulations, because in some cases, it allows up to 22%, which we would not approve.
Right.
And the fire marshal wouldn't either.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Councilman Sims?
Thank you, sir. I just want to add that this did come to PNC, however long ago it was, a couple weeks, I guess. And it was recommended approved from that body. I personally believe that, the professionals with the city are the engineers we hire and the fire marshal, and them looking at it, they're going to be the ones that can say yes or no, to the site plan, development plan, whatever it is. Other than a citizen appointed board who are, maybe one of them has a background in something like that, maybe they don't, but the engineers, the fire marshal, I mean, they should be the ones making that decision, whatever gradient should be allowed, and so I support this.
My comments on this would resemble Councilman Sims, definitely. Thank you for your work that you've done on this particular item.
Yes, sir.
And to the next one, sir.
Just a quick summary of that, and Mr. Sims, I think you were part of the group that looked at that, but that really changes from a minimum floor area, not less than 900 feet, to an average, and changes the number to 800. So overall, I think it's.
Just flip them.
Did I flip it?
800 and 900, yeah.
Okay. I knew I would mess that up, but it does add the word average. And I think the purpose of this, you're right, thank you. It was previously 800. It's changed to 9. The purpose of that was really to give a little more flexibility there in using the word average. Because in some of the developments we see, there may be some with more, some with less, but it allows you to work that just from a flexibility standpoint.
Councilman Lennon, any questions on
Well,
the second
just wanna-
matter?
Just want to make sure the audience understand nothing less than 900 square feet.
Average.
Average.
No.
Average. Yes.
Average.
Yes. So make sure they understand.
There could be less,
Yes.
Mr.
square
London, but you'd have to have some with more
Yes.
to average that out.
That's correct.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you. You're looking sharp tonight. by
Thank
the
you
way.
very much. I didn't look sharp yesterday.
You can put that on the record. I didn't see you yet.
Councilwoman Cuellar?
No questions.
All right, Councilman Box?
No, I think this is going to be beneficial.
All right, Councilman Sims?
I just want, so everyone's clear, I'll just give an example. If you've got 10 units someone's proposing, and 8 of them are 900 square feet, but they were like, we really want one to be 800, they have got to make one at least 1,000 or bigger so that it averages to 900. So that's just a simple math example of how this would work going forward. And again, just looking at national averages, national trends in multifamily, this was, I don't know when the 800 minimum was done. Could have been 20, 30 years ago for all I know. But they're trending down in size. I mean, if you look over just in the Birmingham area, not even nationally, there's a lot of units available that are in the 500s and 600s and 700s square feet. So if someone were wanted to have some that small, well, they're going to be some bigger to average it out. So that was the purpose for this.
Thank you for bringing this forward, and thank you very much for being with us this evening.
Yes, sir.
All right, I appreciate you. All right, with all of our questions on the two pieces of this, thank you very much for the questions and answering. At this time, we would take any public comments on this particular ordinance. Any comments for this public hearing on this particular item? All right. That being said, I ask for a motion to close public hearing.
Motion closed.
Second.
Motion to close. Seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
With public hearing closed, I would ask for item number 12 to be presented.
Move ordinance 2025-14 be approved.
Second.
Motion, second. All in favor?
Aye.
No.
Understood. All right, that is our last order of business. But before we adjourn, I would be remiss if, on behalf of the council body, if Councilwoman Cuellar, if I did not thank you for your 5 years of service.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
for your time that you served with us. All right. That being said, I ask for a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion seconded by
Second.
Seconded by Councilwoman Cuellar. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Thank you very much for your attendance this evening. And have a fantastic and safe Halloween and any other holidays that you celebrate in that time frame.